Are we good?
We're good. We're recording. So
Does that mean we're live?
we're not live, but we had a technical difficulty with the bandwidth and all that good stuff. So we're not live, but what we are doing is we're recording this now, and then we're going to upload it to our YouTube channel. So we'll figure that out later. Keep that in mind,
Bear
guys.
with us.
Bear with us. We're going to be working through a lot of hiccups. We just thought this would be something cool to try for our clients. Just kind of have an extra little tool in your belt to get you towards your fitness goal. So today we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about, Debbie?
Getting started.
Getting started. That's what we're going to talk about.
In
Okay?
more ways than one.
In more ways than one, absolutely. So today, we just want to kind of hit a couple bullet points on what it takes to get started and, working towards your fitness goal. Do you want to take the lead? Do you want me to do it? Or do you want to do
Yeah,
it?
I'll go to take the lead.
All right.
Okay, guys. So one of the hardest things people find when starting a program is the initial just getting started part. So that's what we're going to talk about today is how do you get started? What are some tips on getting started? And then once you've got started, how do you
Once you
maintain
have
that?
gotten
started.
started.
How do you maintain that? Okay, so let's start it off. Getting started. Some tips on that. Taking your first step. Right? Find your why.
Yeah, a lot of times just taking that first step is the hardest part of your journey. Whether it be just a basic phone call, making that phone call to the gym to get that information, or sending that email, or driving down to the gym and just walking in the door. Those first steps, sometimes those are the most hardest steps to take in your fitness journey. But once you take them, you got to find that reason why. That didn't really make sense, but
And for all of our clients, no, you're finding your why is different for everybody. Some people hit that rock bottom, sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what their reason why is, right? Some people have stories. Like I had a client whose boss's office was one flight of stairs up. She said, Debbie, I couldn't go into his office without stopping for a minute, catching my breath, wiping the sweat off my face, and composing myself before she went into the office. For her, that was like her rock bottom, like her reason why. Like that was her reason why. Like it just hit her like, oh my gosh, I'm this out of shape.
I've had plenty of different reasons why, whether it be diabetic, heart disease, or high cholesterol, and heart disease runs in my family. I've had divorce. My husband left me, and I want to get into shape. The revenge body, right? That's a big one. I've had just people who come to me say, I have grandkids, and I want to watch them grow up. The point is you got to find your why, and once you find your why, that's your motivation factor. And you always want to refer back to that why. When you want to give up, when you want to stop doing what you're doing, remember your
why you started. Exactly. I'm sure you guys have seen those memes, right? Remember why you started.
Exactly.
Now the next thing, after you got your why, you want to get going, you want to get started. Okay, choose a program that that you probably enjoy and that you would stick to. For example, if you just suck at choreography, you don't got the dance moves, you don't like being in a big crowd, Zumba might not be the program for you. So try to, some of you don't know what you like or don't like, so you might have to try a couple classes.
There's nothing wrong with Zumba.
There's nothing wrong with Zumba.
Zumba
I'm just saying.
Is a great cardiovascular exercise that can greatly help you. But what Debbie's saying is if you're not good at dancing, you don't want to try Zumba. I have people come in all the time to the gym, and when Zumba's going, or I ask them about Zumba. Oh, no, I don't dance. Well, good. Don't do that. You want to find something that
you're going to be comfortable.
You're going to be comfortable.
And you'll enjoy.
You enjoy, and you're going to be consistent. That is the key, consistency.
Yeah.
So choose a program that you enjoy and that's going to be easy for you to stick to. I've had people come and say, I want to try CrossFit. Well, if you're not in shape, you're not going to be able to do CrossFit. That's not going to be realistic for you. So, again, be realistic. Baby steps. That's huge, right?
Yeah, a lot of people get in over their head when they start a program. You know, they come in and I'm going to work out 5 or 6 days a week. You know, and that might not have been a realistic. It's great. I mean, that's what we encourage, but they might have bitten off more they can chew with the program, or maybe they come in and they go too hard too soon, and they couldn't walk for 3 days. And that's highly discouraging for somebody who's out of shape and who's starting off. So baby steps, commit to something realistic, right? Maybe just say this week I'm just going to get started. I signed up for 3 days a week of boot camp, so I'm just going to do those 3 days, and let's go from there. So that's what we mean by baby steps. Some people are gung ho. Some people start a program and 5 days a week, sky's the limit, and they're great. But most people are a little bit slower in getting going.
You got to know yourself and know your habits and what you're capable of and what you're gonna do. The way I sort of do it is, you know, when we come in, we have clients come in and they talk to us about, you know, what should I do? Should I do personal training or should I do boot camp? What should I do? What's gonna be better for me? Well, I don't know. Like Debbie says, you want to know yourself. I always use the analogy as there's a swimming pool. How do you get into the pool? Are you the girl who kind of runs in and kind of dips her feet in there first and tests the water out before she lowers herself in? Or are you the kind of girl or kind of person who just runs and cannonballs into the deep end, right? Know yourself. I just know personally, like with me, you know, earlier this year, you know, I had my own little layoff when it came to working out. You know, I hurt my shoulder lifting one day, and then, you know, this is the shoulder that I happen to sleep on because, you know, I like to hold my wife at night, and it just didn't heal properly, so I was off for 4 to 5 months, and then you add that into the fact that we were in court, dealing with that whole thing. We were dealing with court, you know, once every month, something like that for like 3 months. We're good, Debbie. We're still. Yeah,
okay.
The laptop did something, but I think we're still recording. We should be fine. So yeah, you know, just dealing with that. And what I did is I just set a realistic goal for me. It was just getting back into the gym. I'm gonna work out 3 days this week, and then once I worked out 3 days, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit 4 days next week, and then the following week I'm gonna hit 5 days until I'm finally back into my groove. And that's what it's all about: is finding a good groove or finding that consistent routine that's going to help you do it. And then when you find it,
well, we're not done talking about getting started yet.
Oh, we're not? Well,
we're just jumping on the next thing. One thing I want to add about, you know, getting started is choosing a time and days that are realistic for you. Don't sign up for a 5:30 class when you're not a morning person. I've had a lot of people do that. You know, I sign up for a 5:30 class, and then once the first week gets going, they miss the first week, and I message them and I find out, you know, I ask where you been. Oh, you know, it's just been hard to get up. I'm just not a morning person. And I tell them, well, then let's switch you to the evenings. Why'd you sign up? Well, I just thought I could. But if you know yourself, you know you're not a morning person, then don't sign up for a morning class, and vice versa. If you know that you don't get out of work on time most of the time, you know, don't sign up for a 6 o'clock class when you get out of work at 5. So part of getting started is don't set yourself up for failure from the very beginning. You want to choose a program that you think you're realistically going to be able to actually attend, or make appointments that you're actually going to be able to attend. So once you find your reason why, once you choose a program that you think you like and that you would enjoy, and you pick a time and you pick a day, the other thing about getting started is, now that you found it, make the commitment. For a lot of people, this is pay your money, enroll in your boot camp, pay for your personal training, sign that contract for the gym, get started. If you walk into a gym and you try a class, or you meet with the trainer and you're like, yeah, you need to strike while the iron is hot. Yeah, I like this. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Pay your money. Make that commitment. Because if not, in the fitness industry, we like to call you'll be on the be back bus, which is I'll be back on Monday. And then you go home and you think of all the reasons why you can't start on Monday.
Oh, I'm sore. Oh, it hurt. Oh, this is too much.
Well, this came up, and the kids this, and the husband that.
I have a good idea of who's gonna stick with the camp and who's not. You know, when people try the boot camp out, if they're serious about it, they come into the office and they say, "Okay, I'm ready. Like, let's do this." Okay, cool. You did great. You know, all right. what do I do? Here we go. We get you signed up. We get you ready. We start that accountability immediately. Then I have the girls or the guys that come back and just say, "Oh, yeah, I was good. I'll call you." Or they sneak out, right? You ever get those girls where they kind of just sneak out of the gym before you can say anything?
Yeah.
They say anything, so they sneak out of the gym.
Maybe they just didn't like it, but
yeah, maybe they didn't like it, but I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, a lot of time. Oh my god, I love it. It was great, and then I go, all right, let's get you started. Yeah, I'm gonna come on Monday because and then you can already see the wheels turning in their head and the excuses starting to form. For whatever reason, they're scared. It was hard. Maybe they're just not ready. But yeah, this happens.
They thought they were ready.
They thought they were ready. So if you're ready and you want to do it and you're ready to get going and you're ready to lose weight and get into shape and all of these things, then sign up. Once you found a program that you think you like, then sign up, make the commitment, and then moving on to the next part, which is now you've started. How do you maintain it? Which is what you were getting into.
Yeah, it's staying motivated, I think, is the big one. And for me, what I always tell people is staying motivated. There's not a bigger motivator than progress. I think if people see that initial little bit of progress, that they're gonna be motivated. But a lot of times people don't allow themselves to get to that point, to where they see those small changes. So what I always tell my clients is don't be discouraged. Be realistic with yourselves and be realistic with the results. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's a little thing I like to say. Chances are you didn't gain that weight overnight, or you're not going to build muscle overnight. It doesn't happen that way. So don't be discouraged if you make a small change and you do it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and just nothing's happening. Well, give it time. It takes a little bit of time. Be realistic. Don't expect drastic results right off the bat. It's not going to happen, guys. It doesn't work that way.
And some of you may have a question about that. What does be realistic mean? I highly suggest that you get with your trainer on this one. What are your realistic goals? Because I've had many people come into me and they say, well, Deb, I want to lose 20 pounds this month. Okay, whoa. That's a
leg.
That's a pretty hefty goal, and you only have 25 pounds to lose. So it's my job to say, okay, that's not realistic. But if that person came in with that goal and didn't communicate with me about it, do you think she was going to accomplish 20 pounds in a month? No. So what would she have done? She would have been highly discouraged. She didn't achieve her goal, so she's going to want to quit.
Absolutely.
So this is where you talk to your fitness professional about what's realistic. What could you optimally lose? I'm not talking about the gimmicks out there, guys. I'm not talking about the weight loss challenge, the lose 10 pounds in 4 weeks, lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks stuff. No, I'm talking about realistic, long-term, results. What's realistic? Talk to your fitness professional about that so you can set these realistic goals based on how much you can commit to. Don't expect 6-day-a-week workout goals, weight loss goals, when you can only realistically commit to 3 days a week. That's another thing that factors into what is it that you can actually accomplish with your body based on the time that you're able to commit to it. So if you don't set realistic goals, you're mentally setting yourself up for failure from the very beginning.
So what you're saying is I sign up for 3 days out of the week, boot camp for 3 days out of the week, right? So that's 12 total sessions. I want to lose 20 pounds, or let's cut it short. Let's say 8 pounds, which depending on the person is somewhat realistic, right? 8 pounds
in 4 weeks. It could be, yes.
8 pounds in 4 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I sign up for 12 weeks of for 12 sessions of boot camp. Out of those 12 sessions, I make it to 4.
You're not going to lose 8 pounds.
Exactly. Now that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be realistic. If don't expect those results. I'll be blunt. Don't expect those half-ass effort gets half-ass results.
Mm-hmm.
Basically. So don't expect to get to that goal if you're only putting in that little bit of effort. So this is what I mean. It comes down to baby steps, guys. Again, you're gonna hear us say that a lot. This whole topic of getting started. It's all about those baby steps. What I tell my clients is we want to make small changes. Right now, I just want to get you in the habit of working out consistently. Right. I just want to get you in the habit of being active and doing something. So, we'll probably even go a couple weeks of of just focusing on getting you in the gym. Because once we get past that, then it becomes what? The nutrition aspect of it, right?
Well, everybody's a little different.
But for the most part, it's maintaining and developing that routine of exercise.
Yep, that routine.
And then once we do that, that's what I tell you, baby steps. Chances are, every one of you watching right now could think back in this last 2 weeks, right? You know what? I had that meal that day. Yeah, you know what? I had that drink at dinner. Or you know what? Yeah, somebody offered me cake at that birthday party, that baby shower, and I ate it. Chances are you can think back of all those things. So what I say is, you messed up 5 times last month. Well, let's cut that in half. Let's make those baby steps. Cut it in half. Then after that, the following month, you want to cut that number in half, because those small changes are going to lead to small results. And eventually, those small results are going to turn into those big results, right? It's that ripple effect, right? You throw a rock in the water, and as the water goes, it gets bigger and bigger. That's what's going to happen. Snowball, right? Snowball effect.
Yeah, and I've used different analogies, right? So we keep a routine for ourselves, and my ladies can relate to this, and I know I do. When we get ready in the morning, we have a routine, right? I don't know about you guys, but I get up, I turn off the alarm, I take the dog out, I go and I put on the coffee, then I go upstairs, and the first thing I do is wash my face, and then I brush my teeth. I have this little routine, this structure that I've created for myself. And I'll tell you a story. The one time that I got off my routine, something threw me off. I ended up driving to work with no makeup on because something completely threw me off to where I completely skipped a whole step. Well, this kind of translates into fitness. That this is why we tell people to select a roster, a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 a.m. and stick to it, because you're creating this routine for yourself, this structure for yourself. And that's a good way to stay motivated, because you're training your body to get into this rhythm that on Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, you're at boot camp. And yeah, there's going to be a hiccup. There's going to be a time you have to go in early, or your kids are sick or something like that. That happens. But other than that, you've maintained this schedule, this regimen. Most of the time, a lot of people work well with structure, with routine, even though we rebel against it and we hate it, but we're so much more efficient on it. So that's one thing about staying motivated is getting that time and then sticking to it. And then the other thing is doing it even when you don't want to. That alarm may go off in the morning or after work. You just don't want to go, but do it anyways.
Just get there.
We always say the workout you regret is the one you didn't do. Right. I've never had anybody come to class and said, I really regretted coming today. I wish I hadn't. Yeah. I mean, and if they have, they've never told me.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. I wasn't going to come today, but I'm glad I did. I just feel way better. It's that easy,
So sometimes you just gotta suck it up, do a little self-talk, and go there anyways.
I do. I'll make myself take my pre-workout. I don't want to work out. I don't feel like working out. I'll drink my pre-workout, because I know if I drink that pre-workout, I either have to work out and burn that off, or I'm gonna be like this all day.
So that's one way to do it. You could do that.
Hey. Get it done. Find a way to get it done.
Find a way that works for you. Get it done.
Here's a good thing. Yeah. About staying motivated, guys, is you want to talk to like-minded people. Like-minded people. People that think the same as you. People who have the same goal as you, right? Trust me. A lot of times, the closest people to you, and not all the time, but a lot of times the people that are closest to you aren't going to be on the same page as you with your fitness goal. It just sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, right? Have you ever?
Yeah, so it's good to find and associate yourself with people that motivate you and that encourage you to keep going instead of discouraging you. Some of you find that, through social media. I know a lot of my clients have created their own little fitness Instagram for motivation. A lot of you befriend each other in our classes and in our gym, and you form these little bonds, and you meet up on the weekends to do cardio. That's what we're talking about. You engage with people who want to be healthy and who are making an effort, and you're not perfect, but you have the same goals, because like Michael said, sometimes the people that are closest to you are not the most motivated, and this includes family, your partner, your closest friends. Sometimes, often can be discouraging. So, if you guys have allies at the gym or people that encourage you and motivate you, that's going to help you stay motivated. And you have to remember, you guys, it's basic psychology, right? When you sit down at lunch to eat your healthy salad and all your coworkers are eating crap, of course, if they can get you to eat bad too, then they don't got to feel bad about what they're eating. Yep. So sometimes it's in people's human nature to try to discourage you, so that way that they don't feel bad about eating their burger and fries.
I got a story about this. So I used to have this client, and there was one time we were doing this, we were doing a function outside of the gym. It was a group thing, but it was outside the gym, right? And I told the girls, okay, I had a lot of my clients there, and they were sort of helping out with the function. It was like a fair, community fair. So they were handing out flyers and stuff like that. Well, it just so happened to be that about 3 booths down from me was this taco stand. It was a taco stand. And the couple girls, this was after boot camp. So we had just finished class. And I knew the girls were going to be working, so what I did is I bought a bunch of waters, I bought a bunch of fruit, I bought a bunch of healthy kind bars and things like that. I gave them good options. So a couple girls asked about tacos. They said they were hungry. I said, girls, I know you're hungry. I have food here. I have healthy food options for you. Oh, but the tacos. I said, listen, there are other boot camps here. I don't want to be the boot camp with the girls that are eating all the tacos. Just please don't do that. And we just worked out today. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you sabotage yourself? Well, one girl disappeared, came back with a plate full of tacos. Not just for her, but for everybody else. I was upset, but the tacos were delicious. They were actually really good tacos, but I had to make everybody move away and go, down the street, down the park, so that they could eat the tacos without being noticed. But it's things like that where it happens. People don't feel good about
But with that being said, him and all the girls had a choice to say, why'd you do that? I don't want any.
Absolutely, no. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Nobody can make what is
you can't let tacos go to waste.
And Maria, if you're watching this, I'll give you a shout out because you say it all the time to me. No is a complete sentence.
No, it's not a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence.
Oh,
means when I say no, that's it.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Peer pressure. We're not in high
school.
Peer pressure.
Anymore. Yeah, and I did a video about that not too long ago. So you got to remember that too, guys. You got to stick to your guns sometimes. You can't let people peer pressure you. But if you surround yourself by like-minded people,
you don't got to worry about that.
Then chances are they're not going to be peer pressuring you into eating bad, and drinking bad. So, like I said, make new friends. Talk to your friends, your family, your spouses. Let them know that this is something that's really important to you. Let them know how you feel about it. And, hopefully that will be enough to help them encourage you. But the other thing is, and this is what I always tell people, don't be that annoying friend or family member, though, that pushes your fitness goals on everybody else. Because
that's bad. Don't do that.
Because nothing is going to make them not want to work out more or not eat better more than you nagging them all the time. So you got to do you, and I'll give you an example. I had a client. She'd been training for a long time, and her husband wasn't really on board. He didn't just really discourage her from doing anything. He was supportive of her, but he really didn't want anything to do with it. And they lost a close family member. Died of a massive heart attack. I believe he was young, 42, 43 years old. And the husband was like, "I'm almost that age. I have 2 young kids." Like, whoa! It was a huge eye opener, and he turned it around like that. Even as much as she, tried to encourage him, wanted him to do it, he found his own moment where he said, "No, not me. Enough is enough." And he's been dropping weight and doing great ever since. So don't be that person. Just because that's great that you found your journey and you want to motivate others, that's fine. Don't just force it down their throat unless they ask, because you're gonna probably turn them off. Yeah, and you're gonna get pushed back with that. I always like to give the other side of nobody likes to nag,
just like it took time for you to find that why, your reason why. It's gonna take other people their time to find their reason why. So just be respectful.
Can lead a horse to water, right?
Yeah, be respectful of that, and don't push it on.
And sometimes, you guys, we appreciate the referrals and this is what I'm doing. And we love that. We love that our girls and our guys are really supportive of our business and send us referrals and all that stuff. But I have a lot of clients that tell me, oh, I keep telling my friend to come in here. I keep telling her, da 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 da. And I always tell them, you told her.
That's all
you gave her the information. You invited her. Leave her alone. All that energy is best spent on you. You gave her the information. You told her where to go. You said a class is free. She sees what you're doing. Now leave it alone. Yeah, she'll start at her own time. That energy sometimes is best spent put into your fitness goals and yourself, because you only have so much energy to give all the time. And if you're trying to do it by motivating everybody else, sometimes there's nothing left for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, I always find that I always tell everybody, when they tell me that, the girls, I've told my people at work and I'm doing this, and I always say, listen, the way it usually works is you have one group of friends, and usually within that one group of friends, there's one or two people who are about that life, who are about working out and being into shape, and chances are they're with us. And if they ain't, they're not going to be about it. So don't waste your time. We do appreciate it though. So keep that up. But
so kind of wrapping that up on once you've got started, how do you stay motivated? And I'm sure people have endless ways that they stay motivated. These are just some of the things that in brainstorming that we decided to talk about. So now that you're motivated and you're going and you've been committed and you're doing this, how do you maintain this regimen?
Maintaining that momentum and keeping that momentum. So, the first thing you want to do is first thing you got to kind of accept in yourself is you got to be okay with not being perfect. You can't hold yourself to that standard of I'm gonna hit every workout every single day, and I'm gonna be within my calorie count every single day, and I'm gonna be like, if you can do that, that's great, but very few people can do that. If you can't, don't let it discourage you. Don't let it be your downfall. You have to be okay with not being perfect, because that you miss one workout, and if it gets into your brain, then what's that gonna do? You're gonna start that snowball, but the opposite way, right? The bad. You're going to let one missed day turn to 3 missed days, turn to 2 weeks, turn to a month, turn to 2 months. Like, it just gets out of hand.
That's what we call a spiral.
It's the downward spiral. You just want to avoid that at all costs by just being okay with not being perfect,
Because we're human. You guys hear me. I'm very realistic with you guys. I'm very realistic about my expectations and the way I tell you to live your life and to do this fitness journey. And you have to remember you're human. Right? You're going to get sick. Your kids are going to get sick. Work is going to be hectic. You're going to take a vacation. These things are going to happen. Injuries.
Life is
and some of my clients' injuries, it happens. It happens. Sometimes it's doing the stupidest little things. Right now, my hip and back are like completely thrown out. It happens. No, I don't know what it was from. Anyway, so, but the thing is to get back on the horse, right? You're going to have these things happen in life where you kind of got thrown off your routine, you got thrown off your program, but you don't let a missed class, like he was saying, turn into a missed week, turn into a missed month. And a lot of this is psychological.
It's a mindset.
Some of you might have heard of the kind of an anxiety spiral, right? So it starts with, well, I can't do this. And if I can't do that, then I can't do this. And if I can't do that, then how am I going to finish school? And if I can't finish school, how am I going to get a career? If I can't get a career, then I'm always going to... And it just turns into this, the world is ending because you missed one workout. Well, sometimes instead of that just being in your mind, it goes into real life where you miss, okay, I'll miss a work. I'll start Monday. Well, Monday rolls around. Well, it's already mid-month. I'll start fresh in June. Well, the kids just got out. I'm not going to be able to be realistic. I'll wait till the kids go back to school. Now it's September. Well, I got this. I just switched jobs, and I'll just wait to start October. Well, now the holidays are here. I just don't have the money, and it turns into this. Before you know it,
6 months.
You're gone for 6 months to a year, and it all started because you missed a week of boot camp. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's very realistic about what happens with a lot of people. It's so much. Let me tell you guys something. This is hard work. I have a lot of clients that say it's so hard, but this is so hard. It is hard. If it were easy, then we'd all be fit. Okay, there's a reason why almost 75% of our population is overweight or obese, because this lifestyle, Did you look at me surprised?
No, I was just looking
Oh,
at you.
I was like, did you not know that? This lifestyle, it's a commitment, you guys. It's a commitment, but I promise you it's worth it. And it is hard. It's hard getting up in the morning we don't want to. It is hard, eating what you should be eating when you really want a donut. But the rewards of it far outweigh the work. But you have to be okay with being a human being and not being perfect and realizing that sometimes you're going to slip up. Us as trainers, this happens to us too. There's some times that when I train for 6 or 7 hours straight in the morning, the last thing I want to do is go to the gym and work out. But sometimes you just got to suck it up and you got to go anyways. And there's sometimes where I have to listen to my body and say, no, you know what? I need a nap instead. Otherwise, I'm not going to have the energy and I'm not going to be okay when I need to go back into the gym later this afternoon to train the rest of my clients. So I got to make that workout up another day. And that's another thing, right? If you miss, you have your like appointment book or you have your, how you schedule things, plan another day that you're going to do it, right? Instead of just saying, I missed that, whatever.
Talking to your mic.
Oh, why am I not loud enough?
No, you keep talking out of here.
Oh, sorry. I'm not close enough.
That's fine.
Plan another day that you're going to work out. Don't just, throw it to the wind and not, because I'm looking at you. Is that why?
Yes, that's,
sorry.
Look at that.
Because I can't see, I need to talk to someone, either whether it be a screen or a person, so it's
Yeah,
weird.
but-
I'm looking at a blank screen right now. It's weird.
But listen, all right. Listen, it's, I mean, I think
You're in front of me like this.
you're right in everything you're saying, but I think what it is, it's a mindset, guys. It's all about a mindset. You got to change that mindset. We're going to mess up. The important thing is what are we going to do about it? I have clients who tell me, I can't make boot camp today. And I'm like, okay. And?
Yeah.
Oh, well, and I tell them, listen, I don't want to hear that you can't make boot camp today. You can text me and tell me you can't make boot camp today. Tell me, hey, I can't make boot camp today, but I'm going to go to the gym after work and I'm going to do 45 minutes of cardio. But I'm going to do this tomorrow instead. I can't make it today, but I'm going to come into tomorrow's class. Is that okay? Like, that's what you want to hear. It's all about changing that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
And it's not for us. It's
not
for us.
It is for you.
It's for you.
But, I mean...
So if you don't have a trainer, you still need to do that for yourself.
It's a simple mindset because, I mean, look, just 2 weeks ago was Memorial Day. 1 week, 2 weeks ago? How long was week?
1 week ago.
Yeah, a while back. It was Memorial Day recently. And I'm sure everybody let loose for Memorial Day. It's for America. If you didn't...
Bachelorette party.
Yeah, you're un-American if you didn't, And, I messed up. And I told my boot camp 5:30, Monday morning, everybody was a little sluggish, and I understand why, And I thanked them for being in because, it's always tough for one on Monday, and that's all even extra tough when it's a Monday following a holiday. Or actually, it was Tuesday. I take it back. It was Tuesday because Monday was a holiday. So I told them, I was honest with them. Hey, I messed up too. I was bad this weekend. I messed up, and, one of my girls asked me, well, why were you bad? What did you do? I said, well, I had about 5 hot links this weekend, and, I had 3 beers. And she looks at me like, oh,
I had a lot more than 3 beers.
Well, you were in Vegas.
Yeah, I know, it's bad.
Yeah.
All right, God.
So if anybody's seen her in Vegas that weekend, let me know what was going on. She was at a bachelorette party. But so I mean, I messed up. But the thing is that Monday night when I was in bed, it was 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock when we finally got to unwind. I'm in bed and I'm telling myself, oh no, it was right before the shower. That's what it was. Right before the shower, I looked in the mirror and I said, you need to go to the gym tomorrow. You need to do it. You need to do something about it. So I had already put it in my head. Monday morning, you're working out. And just
Monday
like Debbie
morning
said.
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning.
Monday was the holiday.
Yeah, Monday was a holiday. So Monday night, I was right before a shower, and I said, you need to work out. And Tuesday morning, after 5.5 hours of training, didn't want to do it, but I forced myself to take my pre-workout, and I hit my exercise. And
Which
did
brings us
my exercise.
to our next topic of preparing.
Yeah.
Preparing, guys. If you're going to hit the gym after work, put your gym bag into your car. Go straight to the gym. Don't go home. I don't know about you guys, but if I come home,
I'm home.
I'm home.
That bed
I'm
is
not
calling
I'm
me.
not going back out. So especially after training all morning, I have to go straight to the gym after my morning. I know, and a lot of you guys are probably thinking like, you have your own studio. Why do you go to the gym? We talked about the mental game. It's a mental thing. I get a much better workout when I leave my work and I go to the gym. I will work out on my studio from time to time if I need to, because remember, we have to sometimes make compromises and I'm short on time. But it's much more motivating for me to go to a different gym to work
it's like
out.
people who work out at home. Why can't you work out at home?
I can't.
Because I'm home and, the kids. Well, I try to work out, but the kids were calling me and, I had to make this. You're not going to work out. So go somewhere where you're going to work out. It's the same way with us at the gyms. If I'm at the gym, it's like, oh, this needs to get done. Or, I need to put this away. And I'm taking too much time away from my
somebody
workout.
Walks in while we're in the middle of our workout. And then, a lot of trainers do that. A lot of trainers work out at places other than where they work.
Be prepared.
But bring back to being prepared, right? If you work out in the morning, okay, well, then you have the night before then. Have everything ready to go. Have your workout clothes ready. Make sure you set an alarm. For some of you, you need to set 2 or 3 alarms. Make sure that coffee's ready to go the night before. Make sure your snacks and your lunch and everything is already prepared. Prepare. What is it? What is it saying?
John Wooden, Coach John Wooden, says, failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Yep, truer words have never been spoken. But
Go Bruins.
Go Bruins. So yeah, that's true. You guys have to prepare. You have to plan ahead. And it's so funny because a lot of you guys will come into me. I have a couple clients, and I think you know who you are. We're very extremely busy moms, work full time, got 2 or 3 kids, and they're okay, Deb, yeah, because I got off school, and then I had to take this kid to this practice, and then I had to go here, and then I'm going to come here while they're there, and I'm going to work out, and then I'm going to go afterwards, and we're going to pick up dinner on the way home, but we're going to Wabba Grill, and then they just go, but they got it all planned out, and I know it sounds crazy, but for them, their workout was that important to them that they managed to prepare and plan out a way to get it done. Sometimes it's a babysitting issue. Well, Deb, I'm going to try to go to class tonight if my parents can watch the kids because my husband is working late. But if I can't, is it okay if I come tomorrow morning before work? Yes, absolutely. That's preparing. That's planning. We're just talking about fitness, guys. Nutrition is a whole nother topic and a whole nother story, and we could talk about it the other day. But either way, the preparing is key, and sometimes it starts on Sunday night. Just getting yourself mentally prepared and physically prepared for your week. Making sure things are in order. You have it written in your calendar what days you're working out, what time, and try to stick to that as much as you can. But don't do things that are going to discourage you. Like if you find that running errands after work before you go to the gym keeps you from getting to the gym, then don't do that. I have clients who, Tuesday, Thursdays are their nights, their training nights. But they'll book I booked a dental appointment on Tuesday. I'm like, don't do that. Book your dental appointment on Monday.
For the days.
But I mean, listen, it's like, I know people might look at that and go, oh my gosh, really? Yes, really. I mean, because you never know when that structure and that routine works so well for them that when they throw themselves off by making a dental appointment or hair appointment or whatever on a Tuesday when they should be working out, that might throw them
but don't you think
into a spiral.
Don't you think that'd be like on a per client basis?
Absolutely.
You should know yourself.
Absolutely.
You know yourself. If you know you could miss that day and you're gonna make it.
Yeah, I have clients who can.
Then do it. Then do it. But if you're one of those clients just super inconsistent and it's hard enough for you already to maintain that consistency, then don't do it.
I was
just
do
yourself the
right
favor. You've been saying a lot so far.
Well, that's a lot of information.
It is a lot of information, but we're almost done.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say something that's probably even more important.
You were gonna
now you threw me off.
You were gonna say it. The breakthrough moment was about to happen.
Yeah, the breakthrough was just about to happen, you guys, and he cut me off.
Sorry about that.
And he ruined it. I could have totally changed somebody's life right now, and he just killed it.
Be prepared, guys.
Be prepared.
Don't do something that's gonna throw you off your routine. Okay. That's the bottom line. Know yourself. Know the position you're in. If you can't afford to miss a workout, then don't miss a workout. It's that easy, guys. I know
Making
we like
it
to
a
make
priority.
That's what we're gonna say. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
25 minutes ago.
Yeah. Making it a priority, and that was going to be my next point with that. Don't make an appointment on Tuesday, Thursday. because you've made it a priority to yourself to. I was so proud this month. I had several clients that came and worked out on their birthday. You know how many times I have clients that are like, "Oh, it's my birthday. I'm not working out," and I'm like, "All right." And I give my clients their birthday. I say, "You know what? It's your birthday. Enjoy yourself. But tomorrow, I better see you."
What if it's an AM client?
And even it's AM client, I let people enjoy
clients,
their birthday.
My AM clients, you better be in the morning.
I'll give you that.
You don't do nothing
I'll
at
give you that.
5:30
But
a.m.
this last month, within this last month, I had multiple clients come in on their birthday, morning, evening. I was so proud. I was so proud of them because
I work on my birthday.
so many times we hear that, "Oh, Deb, I'm not going to be here on Thursday. It's my birthday. We're going out." And I get that. That's fine. Your family, your friends want to take you out for dinner. So I think it's such a big commitment that they, spent their birthday with me.
With you.
I was honored. And then they went out and had their birthday cake.
Well, they earned it. I mean, that's a big one right there, right?
To a certain extent.
You earn it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't set yourself back. But
Yeah. But priority. You make it a priority. We make time for the things that are important to us. So some of you guys have heard me talk and you've seen me post about, instead of saying I don't have time, why don't you try saying it's not a priority to me and see how that sounds, right?
Yeah.
I don't have time to work out. Working out, just my health is just not a priority. Try seeing how those words sound coming out of your mouth. And if it stings a little or it feels uncomfortable, then that's kind of a sign.
I've had clients who like boot campers and they'll tell me, "Oh, I got to cancel this month." So you got to cancel this month. What's? Oh, we just can't. I can't do it financially right now. I can't do it. I said, "You can't," and yeah, I just can't do it. And I said, "Okay, that's fine." I said, "Hey, I'll do this from time to time." I said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about paying me. I want you to get to where you're going. You I know that you really want this. You're trying. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about this month's dues." Oh, well, and then it becomes another excuse. And then it's like, well, at that point,
Was it really the money?
was it really the money or was it really just they just wanted to give up,
Yeah.
And then, like you said, it just wasn't a priority to them. And at that point, like, what can you do? You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. So, I said, hey, you have the option, and I don't know, maybe she came once or twice during that month, and then she just never came back, and haven't seen her since, and I hope she's doing well. But it's all about making that priority.
Yeah. And we all got a lot going on. You guys have seen me talk about this before. I think I did a post a couple weeks ago. I have a lot going on. We all always have a lot going on. I don't know anybody who doesn't have a lot going on, and that's that whole being human. We do realize that life can get overwhelming, and you have to prioritize your time a little bit more wisely. But if it's important to you, you will make the time. And sometimes you got to miss a workout because your kid's graduating. Okay, that is an important priority that you have to re-strategize your workout days. But if you make it important to you, you will make the time to get to the gym and go there and do that.
You want to recap?
We can quickly recap.
Quick
Quick
recap. We're coming up to about 50 minutes, guys. So we want to keep these videos about an hour for us. So
some of you might have already be bored out of your mind.
I know,
right?
So just in real quick, a real quick recap. So part of getting started, the hardest part is just taking that first step. So once we take that first step, we want to find our whys. That's part of taking our first step, right? Find your whys. Find your reason on why you want to do it.
Yep.
Whether it be your health, whether it be your grandkids, whether it be revenge, doesn't matter. Find your first
single body.
Find your reason why and stick with it. Okay, we want to be realistic, right?
Yes.
We want to find
make sure your goals are realistic
to you, and that can be easily accomplished. Baby steps, right?
Yeah.
You want to take baby steps. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't go balls to the wall. Very few people can do that.
Yeah. Find a program. Recap that. Find a program. We talked about this. There's very few people that have the motivation to do this all on their own without any help for anybody. They just decide one day they're going to go to a gym and they said, they watch YouTube videos, they look up routines, and they do it on their own. But for the most part, for the majority of the world, need help. So find a program. Choose a program that you think is going to be a good fit for you and that you're going to be able to stick to.
And then when you find it,
Then you gotta
Stick with it.
Now you gotta stick with it.
Stick
and
with
sign
it. Do
up.
it and
put down
stick
that
with
money.
it. Make yourself accountable, okay?
Staying motivated.
Staying motivated. Go for it.
Basically, you need to be consistent. Be prepared to do stuff even when you don't want to. Create a routine for yourself. Create a structure for yourself. Realize that it's small steps and small changes that will yield the bigger results. So you need to make sure that you're constantly making changes to better yourself. Progress is a great motivator, but in gaining that progress, you need to make sure that you're setting realistic goals to begin with, and make sure you're putting in the work to yield the progress. Befriend and get support from like-minded people who are into fitness or into hiking or whatever it is that you're doing, so that way you stay encouraged and you have some accountability if you're not with a trainer or involved in a boot camp. And we talked about do it even when you don't want to. I think I already said that, but that's another thing. Do it even when you don't want to, I think, is one of the biggest things. You do never regret a workout. And then maintaining. Right?
Yeah, maintaining, being okay with not
human.
being perfect. Yeah, being human. You're going to miss workouts. It's going to happen. You're going to have a day or a meal where you eat bad. It's going to happen. But
That's
it's
life.
what you do after that really is what matters. So, you want to make sure that you don't get hung up on that missed workout. You want to make sure that you don't let it all snowball on you because you ate bad one day, and you figure, you know what, screw it. Don't forget, it's that mindset, it's that mentality. That's the mentality that got us in the position that we're in. We want to change that mentality. We want to do something about it. So don't let it ruin you. Be okay with not being perfect. You also want to be prepared. You want to prepare yourself. Know your own faults. Know your own habits. If you know you can't go home before you go to the gym, then don't go home. Put a bag in your car with your workout gear and get it done.
Know your strengths and weaknesses.
Know your strengths and weaknesses and make it a priority, okay? Your health should be a priority above everything, with the exception to your friends and family and all that stuff. But the way I see it is if you're busting your butt 4 to 5 days a week, that one day where you have to go to that graduation is not going to hurt you, right?
Nope.
So make it a priority. Got it?
That pretty much sums it up.
We just summed up that entire 45 minutes in like 3.
Yeah, but sometimes, we have
gotta
to go
talk about
into
stuff.
Yeah, you gotta talk about
we gotta try to make this somewhat entertaining for people. So, in closing, guys, you always, we want to remember that even the longest journey starts with just one step. Okay,
Yep.
So
getting started is the hardest part to all of this. I know a lot of you guys felt the eating is so hard and the weather is so hard. Getting started, a lot of people stay in that pre-contemplation phase for 6 months, 3 years. So when you make that first step, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. It's one of the biggest things that you can do is getting started, asking for help, starting a program, deciding you want to change.
If I miss a phone call, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because to me, I'm like, that was that person's step. They just took that step, and I missed that phone call.
And I'll say this, guys, in closing too. Instead of finding reasons why you can't, find reasons why you should. It is very easy to be negative. Be quiet. It's very easy to be negative and say, well, I got this and I have that. And da, 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 da. So instead of saying, well, I can't do it because of this, you know what? I should do it because of that. I can do it because of this. So instead of finding excuses why you can't, find the reasons why you should. And from the very beginning, what we said is remember your why. Remember why you started and remember why you're doing this. And hopefully that'll be enough motivation to carry you through.
Well said. So it's our it's our hopes that, this podcast or this video podcast, that it helps people, not just our clients, but everybody who watches this, helps you learn something, helps you get started on your fitness goal, helps keep you motivated. That's the whole purpose for our page. So we're going to be doing video podcasts about a lot of different topics. This was just our first one. Like I said, it kind of has a twofold meaning to us. Getting started, like Debbie said, is the hardest part for most people. But it's also taking that jump. It's also us getting started on this new venture that we're doing in our new YouTube channel. So we do plan on putting more content for you guys, more content for our clients.
And just trying to help people in a realistic way. Every person we help is a success to us, and sometimes these talks, I know with my clients, these talks help. This, especially this tough love, real talk that I give. You guys all know me. It helps. So our goal with this is just to have somewhere an outlet where you guys can go and you can hear us, and even for those of you that don't train with us, and you can still get that motivation and that education, and that's one of our main goals with this, is just to reach out to more people and to be able to help you guys more.
Absolutely. So if you guys do have topics or things that you do want to talk about, definitely get back to us. Definitely email us. Post it on our Instagram or our Facebook page, and we will get back. We will have a discussion about it. Sorry about the live chat.
We're still figuring it out.
Yeah, we're still figuring out. We thought we had it going. Like, apparently we didn't.
Had it. I had concerns.
This one was acting like Mariah Carey in the 90s over here. The biggest diva there is didn't like the camera angle, didn't like the microphone, didn't like the chair. This is not working. I'll be in my room sleeping while I was over here working, trying to make this stuff happen.
Yes, and please send us your feedback, guys.
Absolutely.
Give us your opinion.
Absolutely.
Let us know what you think. Let us see what you would like us to do differently. Was it long enough? Was it too long? Give us your opinions. Give us your topics, and we would love as always, we love your feedback.
Yeah, man. Like I tell my girls at the gym, this is not my gym. This is your gym. They run the show, and I'm the same.
Don't tell my girls that.
Well, I'm a guy. I have to. But this is for you. We don't do this for us. We do this for you.
Yes, we do. You guys all know I care.
Yeah. So you let us know what you want to see, what kind of content you'd like. We have our own ideas as well, but you girls or you guys, you people, our clients, our TRF family, that's what matters to us. So definitely give us our feedback. Let us know how we did. Let us know what you want to see more of. Let us know what you want to see less of.
I think I already said all that, but that's cool.
Did you really?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I tune you out.
Dang.
Tune you out after.
All right. Until next time.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We hope we helped somebody.
See you guys at the gym.
Good luck. Peace. We got to go turn it off, though.
Go ahead.